Charleston Wine and Food kicks off its 17th festival next week with 5 delicious days of dining adventures. Let's welcome Alyssa and Maudie Smith, the new Executive Director for Charleston Wine and Food. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And you brought us some wine. Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
So while you do all the talking, I'll do all the sipping.
Okay, that sounds great.
So tell us what's new in the 17th year.
So we're excited to kick things off Wednesday, March the 1st at the Cistern for opening night. And by the time we close the 17th festival, we will have produced 112 events over the course of 5 days for about 30,000 people.
That's amazing.
And there's a lot of fun new stuff. There's still tickets available to quite a few events. And we're hosting our first ever Street Fest in conjunction with the City of Charleston. So,
I love that. So what are you going to have there? That's a wonderful idea.
It's a free admission event too, so you don't need a ticket. So you can just come out that evening. It's Thursday, March the 2nd, from 6 to 9 down on King Street. We're closing King Street from John Street to Mary Street, including Ann. Okay. We're going to have live band. The Psychedelics are playing. The Burke High School Drumline is going to perform.
Oh, how fun! Are you going to have purveyors there? Are you going to have
there'll be food,
restaurants represented?
Lots of restaurants.
So do you go per booth and you pay for? Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
You can partake in what you'd like from the food perspective. So that stretch of restaurants on King Street are invited to spill out onto the street for some street dining, and then we have some other fun vendors joining the mix from the food perspective.
How many restaurants are going to be represented that night?
We have about 20.
Oh wow! So a lot.
It's
so
a lot.
A lot to choose from. Which
a lot
is great.
to choose from.
I really enjoy that. You know, every year I look forward to the finale because that's kind of a similar feeling.
Yes.
But I think a little bit bigger. I think you tend to have more than 20 restaurants represented.
We do.
And all the food and drink you can possibly get your hands on.
The finale is one of my favorites too. I love the Cigar Factory is just magical when the uplighting's all on the building, and that one's a lot of F&B people that come to it too. Yeah. So it feels a little bit like a family reunion at the close of the festival.
But I also really admire and respect all the work that goes into this because it's just for several days, but in those several days you do have so many events all over the city. So to plan something like this, I'm sure let's also make sure that the audience realizes, even though you're the new executive director, you've been with Charleston Wine and Food for some time.
I have.
And you're native here too, so you know it.
James Island gal, born and raised, and I just celebrated 7 years with Charleston Wine and Food, so I've been there for a while, and it takes a village. I mean, we have a small but mighty team that works for the nonprofit year-round that plans, but without the help of our vendors, local municipalities, like we really balloon leading up to the festival, and we are engaged with everyone that touches that food and beverage and hospitality industry in March.
And tell us what the benefit is to the F&B industry and what is the benefit to the patrons?
So last year for the 2022 festival, we did $26.9 million in economic impact for the greater Charleston area, which is huge, and that's just in 5 days. And the F&B community, it's a great time for them to get out of their kitchens, to really kind of like flex their muscles and show the world really at this point what they can do from a culinary and beverage standpoint. They love to get to network, hang out with their friends, bring in chefs from elsewhere, and this year we're super excited. We've got a partnership with Charleston County School District. They have 6 high schools that have culinary programs within the high school, and we have a paid externship for those students, and so we've got students from Wando, West Ashley, Burke, Military Magnet, and North Charleston that are going to be working at the festival this year right alongside our chefs.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's great. And for the people who come and buy tickets and eat and dine and enjoy, this also broadens their palates and their minds.
Their palates and their minds, and we hope that they fall in love with something and continue to spend that money locally all year.
Yeah, and so you still have tickets available.
You can still get tickets for
How about
quite
for
a few
the finale?
things. The finale still has tickets.
Okay.
You can still get into the Culinary Village, which has a definite new look this year. So if you've attended in the past, please come check it out again this year. Yeah. You can still get tickets to that. And then for Street Fest, you don't need tickets. So come out to King Street on Thursday evening, and we've got stuff for kids. It's family friendly. So we've got some fun activities for kids, music, food, and Wine and Food will be doing a little wine and beer garden for adults to get to partake in as well.
Oh, I love that. We've got to have that for the adults. They need something too. Speaking of which, cheers.
Cheers.
To your new post and to the 17th year of the Wine and Food Festival. Thank you so much for stopping by, Alyssa.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun.
We're back in 2 minutes.